Good morning, welcome back to my channel. It's a Saturday, we are working the weekend, we're heading into the hospital here soon. I'd like to make a latte for the road and have a little something to eat. I'm not super hungry, so we'll bring snacks with us to eat at the hospital if we get hungry this morning. But let's just start with coffee and see how we feel from there. I placed an espresso order recently. Let me show you what I got. First is Festive Collection Double Espresso. Pretty good, I have tried it. I have not tried this one yet. I say we try it right now. It is double espresso Nala style. I think it's like a New Orleans kind of thing. I'm usually a double espresso girly, but I did have to try the maple pecan. I had this one yesterday, it was good. And then if you order an espresso, you know they send you 2 sample pods in every order. And it's funny because when I opened it, it was at the end of the day and I was really hoping they sent me some decaf pods. Instead, they sent me 2 of their extra caffeinated pods. So literally the opposite of what I was wanting in the moment, but I am excited to try these just in general. Plus Ross will like them. He's a big caffeine guy. A little bit of honey. Forgot to add cinnamon. I've been very into this toffee nut, unsweetened nut pods flavor. These are great if you don't love your coffee super sweet. I do like a little bit of sweetness, so I do usually add like a honey or maple syrup, even if I do use this. Perfect. I just don't have the appetite right now for a big breakfast, so we're gonna do a little breakfast appetizer. Some peanut butter toast with my raspberry chia jam. And like I said, I have snacks in my lunchbox. I'll be hungry later, so we'll eat more later. Let's hit the road. Ross is also working today, so we're heading to doggy daycare first. You guys know I listened to an audiobook on my drive there. Currently listening to Fate of the Sun King. This is book 3 in the Artifacts of Urano's series. It's pretty good. It's a very predictable romantasy, I will say. I have not really been surprised by any of the happenings as an avid romantasy reader.
I open my mouth, still not sure how to react.
Are we going to daycare? Good morning. Dropping off Finn. To the hospital. Whew, I've been here for a little over an hour. I'd like just jump right in when I got here. The first thing we do when we get in on the weekends is update the tube feed list. So if any new tube feeds came in overnight, like if a doctor entered a new tube feed order, we make sure that the kitchen is aware of that and that they get the formula to the patient. So I had a few of those and I have some new tube feeds that I need to get started this morning as well. So I just like jumped right in and got started. Those are always my first priority, to make sure that my people are getting fed. I will likely also have to do a handful of malnutrition assessments today. So along with looking at their weight history and what they've been eating, it usually also involves a physical assessment. So I would go up to the patient's room and I'm looking for signs of muscle and body fat wasting. I think I might try to knock out like the bulk of my charting in the morning, and that way in the afternoon I can wrap up visiting patients, signing any straggler notes. I do want to go grab a coffee number 2 for the day from the cafeteria, and I think at that point we will lock in. Quick check-in. I am chugging along. I am hungry for that morning snack. I brought this pear, which looked really good this morning, but it got quite banged up in my lunchbox. Also gonna have this string cheese with it, and this should keep me going until lunch. I'm making a good pace. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I've got the most difficult consults out of the way. So hopefully from here, it's a lot of plug and chug and go talk to people on the floor. On weekends, we only have one dietitian here, and so we are in charge of all of the consults that come in. So whether it's ICU or the rehab floors, stroke, bowel obstruction, whatever comes in, that is on the weekend dietitian. So we get quite the variety on the weekends.
3 hours later.
Whew, I am starting to slow down mentally. I came in high energy, pumping things out, and I'm feeling very sluggish now. But I think some lunch will help. Do you guys remember when I was here for my first ever weekend and I did not realize the cafeteria would be closed? And so I had to get this pre-made sandwich because I didn't bring my own lunch and it had mold on it. I just paid $7 for this sandwich that is probably kind of soggy. I literally just found mold on it. Okay. Cheers. Yeah, lesson learned. So I did bring some lunch today. I've got chicken salad, some cuties, these maple flavored yogurt covered pretzels, and some pistachios. I also have some pretzel crisps to dip into my chicken salad. I just have a few more consults left, and I also need to go up to the floors. I need some food first though. Woo! We did it, y'all. Consult list is empty. It looks so good. I spent a good hour on the floors with patients. Since I'm covering the entire hospital, I was all over the place. I got lots of steps in. At my hospital, when we cover the weekend, we usually work on site on Saturday and then we're on call on Sunday. So I'm done on site. I will be on call until later this evening, but then I'll check in again tomorrow morning to make sure tube feed list is updated, no stat consults came in overnight, and kind of go from there. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh.
He doesn't have any allergies.
You're so goofy. How was your day? How was your day? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How was your day? Did you have fun at daycare? Yeah. Back at home, and before I make dinner, I want to do a quick little walk on the treadmill. Normally I would take Finn for a walk outside, but he is exhausted after daycare. He must have played so hard today because the minute I started driving home, he was fast asleep. My favorite thing to do on the treadmill is to read one of my ebooks. Currently I'm reading How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. I'm on like chapter 4. And I'm not gonna lie, it's super cringy so far. I wanted to like get in the holiday spirit. It's Thanksgiving next week and then it's Christmas, but I don't know. This should be like an easy read. I'll probably finish it, but I have a feeling it's not gonna be a super high rated one. It's very cheesy and kind of cringy so far. Let's make some dinner. I'm gonna cook up this Santa Fe salsa chicken breast that Ross got from a meat market the other day. I wanna make fajitas with it. I don't have any fresh onion. I do have bell pepper though that I'm gonna use. And I think I'll put pickled onion on top. I was also gonna make some homemade tortillas because I only have big, like burrito sized ones. I was gonna make some small fajita sized ones, but no. That was ambitious of me to even consider that. So we'll either have these like as burritos or quesadillas or something, but I think it'll be good regardless of how they get into our mouths. Turns out we only have one tortilla left, so I really should have made some more, but alas. I'm gonna let Ross have that one, and I'm gonna make like fajita nachos for myself. I'm also out of shredded cheese. This is not going the way I planned. I do have some sliced cheese. I have one slice of Colby Jack and some Gouda. So I guess we're gonna put that on here. Oh my God. She ain't the prettiest, but it'll do. It does smell very good. Pickled red onion, sour cream, homemade salsa. Ugh. Not the dinner I had planned, but we've got carbs, we've got protein, we've got veg. That'll do. Ending the day with some Haagen-Dazs salted brown butter cookie. It's kind of like a regular cookie dough ice cream, but a little bit elevated. I think I got a bad batch though, because the ice cream itself is pretty icy. I feel like Haagen-Dazs ice cream is usually pretty good. Even bad ice cream is good ice cream. It's like pizza. Well, that's a wrap on the day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I intend to spend the evening reading my book. And if you're like, Hannah, you've already shared 2 other books today. That's true. I am almost always in the middle of an audiobook, an ebook, and a physical book. And right now I'm on book 4 in the Red Rising series. Loving this series so far. I just started this one. I'm on like chapter 3 or something, but none of them have been bad yet. So I got a good feeling. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.